cops like it. I think they get off on it. I think that's, a badge of honor that, they the biggest gang in the neighborhood.
And you still feel that's the case even today? Your early days with the N.W.A, believe it's Detroit's Joe Louis Arena.
Yeah.
Cops stopped the show. What happens and why?
We were on tour, and every night we would have law enforcement threaten us if we broke any of the ordinances that they had, for stage performances. So, they basically told us we couldn't do anything but play a banjo, basically. Usually everything is good, even though we're doing certain profanity and stuff they say you can't do. We're doing it. Everybody's happy, no fuss. When we get to Detroit, though, the song the Police had got bigger. So they were mad by the time we got there. But then we also got mad, too, at the promoter because he wanted us to perform and basically get the hell out of there because I guess the cops sweated him so much. So they was making us perform early before the building was all the way full. So we were pretty mad about that. And so we said, tonight's the night. We're gonna do the song. And we started to do it. And a lot of undercover officers that were in the crowd started to jump on stage. They threw cherry bombs or M80s. We thought it was gunshots, so, because we had got, Easy was getting death threats on the road. So, when we hear that kind of stuff, we was out of there. We was out.
Yeah, and I think at least for a while, cops weren't providing security for the shows. And then what was your reaction when you first heard about the FBI letter?
We were young and pretty naive to, the FBI's reason for giving a damn about us. We were worried about the LAPD, Compton Sheriff. We were like, the feds go after dope dealers, not rappers, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't really think much of it. Now our record company was freaking out. Our manager, Jerry Heller, was freaking out. And we were laughing because, we were like, a letter? Like, this it? We've seen batter rams go through people's house. Police pulled him out. So we didn't really care about the magnitude because we was just happy to be, superstars in hip hop.
What was the net result of it?
I don't know what they did. Probably tapped our phone. One of these guys might be an agent. I don't know. They still following him. I don't know.
So there was a 2005 Washington Post article that said in the late 80s and early 90s, he was considered by some to be anti-Semitic, anti-Asian, anti-woman, and, well, just plain anti. Your thoughts on that?
It's ridiculous. When you listen to my records, I talk about everybody. Nobody gets a free pass. I'm probably anti-stupid, anti-corrupt, anti-criminal, anti-racist. I call it like I see it. I call everybody out. Nobody's exempt. And I call myself out, so I feel like that's what make the world go round, observing and being able to put it in music. Some people get offended. I don't pull punches because I don't think that's what I'm here to do. It's music. It's everybody, some of the worst things that ever happened to music was the music video because...
What?
Well, before a song, everybody had different videos in their head on what the song meant to them. So now somebody's showing you what to think, showing you, what it's supposed to be, and taking away your participation in it, your creative mind. So, I think, people got to look at it as art and art is subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder. And once I do it and let it go, people take their own interpretation on what it means to them.
How did you view the police growing up?
As a occupying force, because that's their posture. That's how they see themselves. And that's how they come into the neighborhood. That's how they treat the people, with disrespect, lesser than, here to as prey and not, as citizens. So, it's a shame that your zip code determines on how you're treated, but it's really that systematic, because you go to another zip code and the police treat the people a whole different type of way. So kids grow up loving the police. Kids grow up wanting to be police. Kids grow up, playing cops and robbers, and so that's eroded as they see, more and more disrespect as they get older. That attitude changes, and it's not because they turn from good guys into bad guys. It's something they see, it's something they witness that turns that feeling, and it's real. And I think the cops like it. I think they get off on it. I think that's, a badge of honor that, they the biggest gang in the neighborhood.
And you still feel that's the case even today?
Yeah, without a doubt.
How often were you searched without cause, even when you were like 9, 10 years old?
Not too often. It only has to happen once to leave a stain. And
what was that time for you?
Oh, just hanging out on the bikes, youngster. We had just finished jumping off the curb, or, we had our 8 or 9 of us with our bikes laid down. We on the grass, and the sheriffs, Lennox sheriffs, swoop up and basically get us on the car and search us and, talk shit to us and be disrespectful, and basically like, I know y'all gonna grow up and become, bangers, and we'll be here to get y'all when y'all do. And, we little, but we still know how to say F you, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we said. F y'all, man. We kids, man. We on the bikes, we having fun. We talked about it for a minute, but we went back to playing. We didn't let it spoil our day, put it that way.